What's up, y'all? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Coast to Coast. As you can see, the lovely Brandon Ward's World is not here yet. I tried waiting. But look. He will be here shortly. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for coming through for another episode. We got times mixed up and whatnot. It's all good. He'll be here shortly. Don't even worry about it. But your boy CK, 2K, you know what it is. Wars will be here shortly. Happy New Year, everybody. You guys made it. 2020's over. Hopefully, we'll be seeing a better year for us this year. Hold on, I'm gonna look at the chat here in just a second. I'm getting my audio. I always forget to do my audio. I did this. If it happens, it's not gonna happen. All right, my soundboard's not working. Anyways, shout out to chat. What's good? I see MH was the first one in here as per usual. Glad to have you, man. MH dropping. This is Coast to Coast. Ain't no stopping Christopher B. War. Kevin Frederick. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year to you too. Kevin Bailey in the chat. Bay 8th. I see you. Realist. I see Nick's Lights. I see you. Che. Shout out to Che. Kusama. What's up, everybody? But all love. What's up? Appreciate you guys for coming through for another episode. First episode of the new year. We're here. We're going to talk about a lot of things. As you see by the title, there's a lot of blowouts going on in the NBA. When Brandon Warren gets here, we will be talking about the blowouts. We'll be talking about some of these over-exaggerated records. What else we can talk about? I'm skipping a lot of things. We can talk about a lot of things in today's episode. But first and foremost, I just realized that what's it called is wrong. Oh, Bailey, talk to me.
What up, bro? Knicks are on fire.
Yes, sir. Talk to him, Bailey. Yes, sir. Knicks on fire. We'll talk about that too. We'll talk about that too. That's gonna be talked about for sure. This man says CK greater than Obama. I just want to let it be known. Melvin said that in the chat, not me. Obama. Melvin said it, not me. I didn't say that. What's good, Alex? I see everybody coming in here shortly. Like I said, no. Look. If you look to my left, I don't know what it is for y'all's screen. I think it's the right for you guys. The screen. He ain't here yet. You see the screen loading. He ain't here yet. But he'll be here shortly. Invite has been sent. He'll be here soon enough. But I do want to throw a shout out to one of my homies, man. Shout out to the everybody over at WTF City. I've talked about them many times on my channel. This is not sponsored, but I gotta show love. They've been supporting the channel for a long time. They hooked it up with the it's oh god, I have it in the other room. They hooked it up with the blue New York Raise Me snapback that you've seen me wear in several occasions, but now my man shot me with another one of the black one. Got me this hoodie from their store, also with another long sleeve. I need you guys to go check them out. They're over on Instagram. Go give them a follow. They are not a crazy big brand, not a big brand, but they are local, and they are somebody that's representing the city, representing New York, and it's somebody that I am really glad that I've been really close with. So check them out. Let me see if I can get the page up. Can you guys see? Oh, hold on. We're gonna do it. Is it this one? Ah, yes, sir. There it is. Yes, sir. Like I said, WTF City brand over on IG. Go give them a follow right there. You'll see the page. Merchandise looking like so. Okay, they got some nice stuff up there. The hat game on point. Look at them right there. You see them. And then look. Your boy look at your boy getting featured on the channel. Hey, it was good. But yeah, so show some love to them. WTF City brand. This is not sponsored. Just showing love to somebody that I really support and it supports the channel. So I'm showing love to them. All right, let's check on the Wars World situation. And also for the audio listeners, WTF City brand over on Instagram for the audio only listeners. Chat, I'm gonna check on you in a second. But we trying to the saga of Brandon. What's going on with Brandon? He ain't here yet. I hear your voice. Why you sound like you're super far away?
How about now?
You sound better, but why don't I see your screen?
Oh, I'm having some technical difficulties with the camera. So.
You're very low, sir.
How about now?
There you are. Welcome back.
All right. So the camera, bear with me. I'm
What's going on, man? You having problems? Oh, who is it?
Frank Rivers Burks topping in a well bench unit you.
A
Yes,
lot
sir.
of shifting parts here.
Wars World Manor. It sounds like it. It sounds like it. Shout out to Bailey. Appreciate the next super chat saying Frank Rivers, Burks, Toppin, and Noel bench unit. You forgetting Kevin Knox in that unit, sir. You're forgetting Kevin Knox. So you forget Kevin Knox, sir. We'll go back to the chat. Happy New Year's to you, Omar. Happy New Year's to you too. GD saying, hey, did y'all make your 50-point prediction for the season this time? We did not make a prediction. We do not make a prediction for that. But I'll tell you what, the prediction I would have originally said is not looking good because we are not seeing much of that at all. 50-50 board is not even needed to be updated yet. But yeah, Edgar, what's good, bro? My man said 5-1, top of the conference. Let's talk about it. This man just could not wait to talk about that. Lex saying late. You see what we're having technical difficulties to my left. Okay, you see he's trying to get his camera together. Yes. Bailey knows what's up. Yes, sir. Eagles better win tonight. Giants, baby. Oh boy, I have no stakes in conference. I have no fight in that race. I am a Saints fan. Who that? Matter of fact, swept our division. Look at that. But yeah, as you guys can see, like I said, that's why I need to update. Y'all know why no one tell me that the bar at the bottom was saying the wrong thing. But that's no problem. That's neither here nor there. Update on Brandon. Brandon, what's good?
I'm here. You all see me? I'm here.
Oh, is your camera? Hold on.
Yeah, my camera should be back now.
Hold on. I think it's on my end. The audio listeners are just so excited. No, you have to click your camera, turn your camera on.
Yeah, it's on. I can see it.
Why can't I see you? No, I don't see you, you liar. You're praying.
am here.
You're still praying. Look, if you see in the stream, you're praying.
Why am I praying, guys?
I don't know. Your camera's on. All right, I'm gonna call you back. We're gonna call you back. We're gonna call you back. Okay.
How about now?
No.
I do not know.
There you go. Hey, there we go. We got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a blurry Wars World in the building. Yes, sir. I think you're not focused. I think that's all it is. Fun times over there, man. We're having fun times. Audio listeners, appreciate you guys. If you guys want to listen to this after the fact on the audio only version, just check it out everywhere you find a podcast. You know where it is. And this is not much of a podcast to start episode 4, but we're going to run right into it. No big deal. Shout out to the chat for coming through. But yeah, look, let me tell you something, Brandon. I know this is a show where we talk about the NBA in total. But
we're going to talk about sports.
we're talking about NBA. No, we're not talking about football. Personally, I have nothing to say because my team we coasted into the playoffs. But the thing is, the Saints, they're like the Rockets of the NFL because the thing is, we'll look so good in the regular season. The regular season comes and we just don't do anything with what we got. So. But no, I have nothing to say about any other sport. I'm just talking about basketball in general. I'm just gonna be a hater for a little bit because it seems like this season of Coast to Coast, you and me have been a little bit high on the hater rate, but we have good reason because you had the whole Clippers thinking that they're championship contenders, debacle, Paul George, all of that. So you have your feelings over there as a Laker fan, and for me, this is year one of the Kyrie Irving KD thing. So I'm over here being extra when it comes to this Brooklyn Nets team. So, with that being said, I just want to talk about the fact that the Brooklyn Nets are not doing as good as the Knicks. I just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about it. Like they played 7 games. They lost tonight to the 1-4 Washington Wizards. Your Washington Wizards. I'm gonna keep putting them on you. By the way, I'm gonna keep putting them on you because that was the team that you had some faith in. But yeah, they struggled against the Washington Wizards tonight. Brandon, any thoughts on these New Jersey Nets, or are you gonna pull the it's too early card? Because I know we do have that 20 game rule.
It's a little too early right now. They dealt with some injuries. They lost Spence.
Okay. But I thought the Nets were deep, Brandon.
I don't know.
I thought the Nets were deep, bro. That's what everyone keeps telling me, man.
Who's this? Who's we?
Everyone keeps telling me Brooklyn's deep. The reason why KD and Kyrie Irving chose the Nets over the Knicks is because they're deep and they proved themselves. That's what everyone told me, Brandon.
Look, I don't know about them being deep, but they do have. Let's see, what do they got?
That's a good question.
They got Kyrie. They got.
I'm listening.
They got Kyrie, they got Harris, they got KD, they got DeAndre. Um, I said I didn't say Kevin, did I?
You didn't
Did I
say
say
you said KD.
Okay.
So you kind of did.
Then they had Spence,
Uh-huh.
and then they also had they have Allen and whatchamacallit that was looking really nice last year in the playoffs, but couldn't get a game to win in the playoffs as well.
Who looked good in the playoffs last year? I'm gonna be real with you. I don't remember much of anything the Nets did in the playoffs last year because they were trash in the bubble.
They swept. I mean, they got swept. They literally didn't have anybody there, but
they're deep, Brandon.
Huh?
I thought they were so deep. Oh, Karis LeVert is who you were talking about?
Karis LeVert. Yeah. So, I mean, you technically could say they have a nice, solid 8-man rotation at least, right?
You can say that. I won't say it. You can say it.
Can we agree on that?
You can say that. I'm not going to say that.
Why aren't you going to say that? What? I mean, outside of whatchamacallit getting hurt, they look pretty good those first 4 games, right?
Mm-hmm. They looked okay.
Okay.
They look good. They look good up till
okay.
Christmas. So how many games was that they played?
You're stupid.
I'm just saying. Even in their third win, it was all right. And again, I'm trying not to be, because obviously I'm wearing the Knicks cap, so people listening to this or watching this after the fact can be like, "Oh, this is just a salty Knicks fan. It's just not good." I'm just saying, like, and perfect. Before I can even say anything, I saw right here in the chat, GD saying the Nets are great offensively, but their defense is horrendous, and it's more than that. I just feel like the inexperience from hold on, Bailey.
CK, bring this up later, but Knicks will beat Nets.
Bailey's saying CK for Brandon, if you didn't hear it. Yeah, he says CK, bring this up later, but Knicks will beat the Nets. I'm not gonna go that far. I love my Knicks. I'm feeling very confident with my team. I ain't gonna go that far yet, but Bailey, talk to him. That's why I like to hear that energy, keep the energy up. But what was I saying about the Nets? Yeah, offensively cool, like they're okay, but even there, I don't know. I'm just not sold on this team, man. It's just a weird combination of players.
Where are they not selling you? Where are they not selling you?
The combination, I think it's weird. It's just a weird combination of players. Like what they had before, like they don't have that hustle guy anymore. You know what I mean? I feel like, and I know Rondé Hollis Jefferson, he wasn't doing anything for you. I get that, but at least he was a hustle guy, getting the hustle plays and doing a lot of stuff. Like even D'Angelo Russell was calling him the heart of the team. He's not going to do anything. He's that Frank Ntilikina. His stats are going to be atrocious. You're not going to see anything statistically, but he was doing a lot of the hustle stuff. And I feel like, and you know this, Brandon, your favorite team is a championship team. Like they championship winners countless time and time again. But the one thing that every single Laker championship team has always had. Assortment of hustle, crazy players. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like this team has a bunch of softies, and it's just like I don't know. As much as I think KD is going to be good, and I think he's been great for coming back the way he's coming back. I thought he was going to take a little bit more time to be back to KD level. He did not wait. But Kyrie Irving, I feel like he's trying to over captain. And it's not working. We saw a play today I think I can find it on Twitter where he was literally. I have to play it. I'm sorry. I'm all petty right now. I am all petty right now. But I have to play this clip. I have to play this clip. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about the Clippers in a second. Don't worry. You're gonna have your time. You're gonna have your time for sure. But no, there was this clip. It's literally at the end of the game where Kyrie Irving is there. It's an inbound, and this man Kyrie Irving is commanding the offense, saying this person go there, this person do that. All for him to just turn over the ball. Like, that's what I'm saying. He's just trying too hard, and I don't know. And again, I'm going to be called a hater, but I'm going to play. There it is. Yeah, right here. There's like something. Yeah. It's like towards the end of the court. He's demanding everybody. Ref needs to inbound the ball. I know, Brandon, you're going to see it a little bit late, but he's going to inbound it, and this man going to throw the ball at who? Wait for it, Brandon. You'll wait. You'll see it. You're going to see it in a second. But that look. And then he had the nerve to blame Jared Allen.
In the meantime, I see your concerns.
It's not concerned. I'm not concerned. It's not concerned at all. I'm not concerned at all. But continue.
I see your reasoning for wanting to not believe in this team. I get it. I see it. Oh my God, that is really bad. Anyways, that was at the end of the quarter, end of the half.
End of the third, I think it was. I think it was the end of the third quarter.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing now he's talking to Jerry Allen. Anyways, Rome was not built in one day. Not to say that they're going to be this grand empire that's going to be, destroying teams, because there's a There's a guy named LeBron out west, but anyways.
This man.
No, I still believe this team will, they just give it some time. They had a significant injury that was a significant player for them.
Karis LeVert.
That no.
Oh, Spencer Dinwiddie. Wrong player. Sorry. You're right.
New York Knicks' favorite Nets player.
Yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, that guy.
All right. He, unfortunately tore his ACL. And
partially, luckily, but still bad.
Partially, I mean, still.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. This man's done for the season.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty big deal for their offense in terms of, how OKC they had Westbrook and Durant. And then they had Harden. That was pretty much their point guard. I can fully say from the few games that I've watched that Spence was their actual point guard. Ironically enough, I know Spence is more. I've always seen Spence as a scorer guy, and this is when I've known him when he used to play out in LA and stuff like that. So to see him to be into that transition into that point guard style where it's necessarily I can get my offense, but I'm gonna create it to make Kyrie's job easier. I'm gonna create it so I can make KD's job easier. I can create it so that DeAndre Jordan gets a few easy buckets, so on and so forth. It was very pleasing to see in the short, 3 or 4 games that he was being able to play. Now that he's gone, now that you got to depend on Kyrie's got to shift his game. KD's got to shift his game. Karis LeVert's got to shift his game. Otherwise, this obviously, and that's where you see the struggles going on right now, where they're losing to teams like Washington. Yes. Good job, Washington.
That's your team. That's your team. That's second one.
Oh, it's the second.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics.
Who they beat?
Bailey's saying Jaylen Brown the best player on the Celtics. We'll talk about it in a second. The Wizards they just won. Hold on. They just won the other day. They snapped their streak. Hold on. I got you.
I could have sworn it was regardless.
2-5
for Washington.
Regardless. Right. Yeah, they're 2-5. Who they beat? They just beat somebody. I can't remember. But yeah, 2-5. They're 2-5.
I'm happy that
Timberwolves.
Hope. Oh yes. 2 wins. We're right on track to get it right back into the playoff mix. We just need New York Knicks to start losing again.
Hold on. All right, see, look, that's when you go too far. Bro.
I'm really surprised that y'all are still 500, man. Who else do you guys?
This man said, "I am surprised that you guys." Okay.
No, okay, Chris. You mean to tell me you expected your team to be 500?
No.
New York Knicks fans, be honest with yourselves right now.
No, but I'm not surprised. I'm not saying like, oh my gosh, we're actually doing this. Oh my god, like no, I'm not like that. But like, I'm genuinely like, oh wow, we're actually like the Thibodeau effect is coming in early. Like that's the surprise more than anything else is that the Thibodeau effect is real. You know what I'm saying? Because we know everywhere he goes, like the team takes it up a notch a little bit. I'm seeing it firsthand. This is pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
I don't know about if the Thibodeau effect is all that because I mean Minnesota was a thing.
Minnesota, but let's not forget too how quickly he turned that team around too when he first got there. The prima donna stuff is
turned that team.
and him. Why is Jimmy Butler there in the first place?
Jimmy Butler was traded there
happily.
Was it happily? I don't know. Can we easily?
But here's the thing too, though. But here's the thing, first of all, Jimmy Butler's had great things to say about Tibbs. Second of all, Jimmy Butler squashed that whole stigma that he was a bad teammate and whatnot. It's proven that we know who the soft ones were because
I'm not disputing that. I'm talking about when he got there and started playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Did this man start having fun? Was he having fun? Genuinely.
With Minnesota? Who's gonna have fun in Minnesota? Well, am I supposed to answer that question?
But that's the thing, though. That's like Jimmy Butler from the start was all like, yo, these kids are immature. These kids are blah, 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 blah. This is why he had the antics to get out.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying if you start off that way with day one, did you really enjoy the trade then? You traded
from that standpoint, sure. But from it, just like and what Jeff Teague had said, from the standpoint of playing with a coach that is going to play them the right way. That's the part I was talking about. But as far as like the atmosphere and stuff, sure. All I'm saying though, Brandon, is don't you discredit Tom Thibodeau. Don't do that. You're a Derrick Rose fan. Don't do that. Do not do that.
I love Derrick Rose and Tim. Thibodeau ruined that man's career.
Okay,
So,
that be that as it may, did or did not Tom Thibodeau make some very crazy looking Bulls teams in Derrick Rose's absence still contend in the Eastern Conference? Not saying a lot, but still they were there out there fighting against the
also had
Cavaliers.
Jimmy Butler,
right, and had Aaron Brooks as point guard.
Aaron Brooks.
Speaking of which,
CJ Watt. Don't you forget about CJ Watson.
CJ Watson, yeah, CJ Watson was a bucket when he wanted to be. Only when he wanted to be, though. It wasn't all the time. It was when he wanted to be. Shout out to Aaron Brooks too, by the way. I see you over there in the Knicks with our coaching staff, bro. I don't know what you're doing behind the scenes, but I appreciate you, man. I know. I see you, Aaron. I see you, Mr. Brooks.
They had Carlos Boozer for like.
Carlos Boozer was there and hooping. And remember when Taj Gibson? Everyone thought he was going to be like the free agent superstar. Taj Gibson was the guy. You know, that was those Bulls teams.
Never moved on from Carlos Boozer. Never did. Him and Keith Bogans. I could not wait for them.
Keith Bogans, another ex-Knicks coach, bro. Yo. Keith Bogans was a Knicks coach for at least 3 years, man. Yo, man, we were bringing everybody in.
Explains why your guard play was so poor.
Guard play was terrible. Guard play was terrible for sure. But since we're here, since we're here talking about Tom Thibodeau, let's talk about the Knicks and their good start. I'm not gonna say hot start. Their good start. Right now the Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers last night to put them at 3-3. Knicks fans are going crazy. You're hyped up, myself included. I also know early, but hyped up because it's been a long time since I've not seen the Knicks start a season 0-4 or 1-3, 1-4. It's been a while since I've seen that. And right now we're 3-3 early on the season. Last time I think we had this good of a start when KP was there, and that was his year where he was almost MVP bound until he tore his ACL against the Bucks. But now this is a very different team, and the team's playing well. And this is why I say the Tom Thibodeau effect is so important, is because we could talk about the minutes, we could talk about, Derrick Rose and those kind of things that are true. But the other thing is, one thing the Knicks have never had as a coach, at least not in this past decade, is a coach that says they're going to hold the team accountable and then actually does it. And that's the one thing that Tom Thibodeau has actually done. He's that guy, like, we can be up 15 points, and the minute he sees Julius Randle spin and turn over, he's pissed off and timeout's called. He don't care how much we're up by. And that's something we never had before. Other coaches would be like, oh, darn it, all right, next play, and they let it go, and the next thing you know, the other team go on an 18-0 lead, run, and then the Knicks are back down. So it's those kind of things that I feel like when I say the Tom Thibodeau effect, it's being seen. And then the other thing, too, is the fact that he, because of those high minutes that he plays a lot of these players, it gives players like Kevin Knox confidence. Because before, especially with Fizdale, Mike Miller, not even Mike Miller, Fizdale, Jeff Hornacek, the minute somebody does something bad, they get pulled back in like a fish, you know what I'm saying? So with him, Tom Thibodeau, while he's keeping them accountable, he gives them these minutes to gain their confidence and play their game. I mean, to the extent of Elfrid Payton, a lot of people were upset at, but it worked because Elfrid Payton had a great second half and won the game. All that being said, that's what I'm saying as far as the Tom Thibodeau effect. Now, from your side, as you were talking about with the Knicks, seeing that they, we started 3-3 and against good teams. I mean, our 3 wins were against the Bucks, the Cavaliers, who were undefeated at the time, and the Indiana Pacers. Two of three were playoff teams. One is just hot right now. So just talking about that, what's your thoughts on the Knicks? We know it's early, but just with the early play, with the assortment of guys, what's your thoughts on the Knicks?
I'm happy for you guys. This is very much needed, especially after just the year 2020 alone that felt like a decade and a half.
Man, for real.
But you guys needed a glimpse, at least, of good basketball, and you guys have been playing good basketball. You guys as young players are actually playing together.
Yeah.
RJ had a stellar game.
Finally, he needed it. Kid needed it bad.
I don't know why. Actually, you know what? I do know why, because it happened in Lakerland. Like, when our young players didn't play well, we pretty much just, without me having to curse me, just be like, they suck. They're terrible. What are we doing wasting our time? I've heard the rumblings. I've heard all that stuff. But for him to come out and play like he did against Indiana, a playoff team.
RJ bullying Indiana, because we played him twice already, and those are his 2 best games. I think he is I think he's 100. No, he missed 1-3 total in the 2 games he's played against Indiana, which is, I think it was 4 for 8. Or, oh my God, 7 for 8? That's not math. He missed 1 3, and I say he's 4 for 8. Whatever, you know what I meant.
Quick maths.
Yeah, golly.
Kevin Knox, I've been hearing good things. I haven't actually been able to see too much of him.
He's playing well.
I heard he's been a lot more aggressive when he does have his play time. That's good.
Yeah.
Hopefully he continues that track from when I did see him play in summer league. Both years.
Yeah.
Both years I saw him in summer league.
Yeah.
Alfred Payton again. I think it was just that one game I watched where
he played well.
This man is an all-star, or he's trying to be an all-star.
The Alfred Payton game.
I've never seen him do that. Has he had a game since then like that?
Last night was his better. It's not to the same statistics, but last night was that game. Like I said, he had a bad first half, and people were calling for his name on the cross already. But then second half, he came out and he played really well. He played good last night. Yo, we gotta address it. We gotta address it before we move on. But they attacking your camera, bro.
I'm trying to fix it. I don't know what's going on with it.
The focus.
The focus is here, but it's not here.
They said you got Are we good? Or is it staying? It's staying. It's staying so far. All right, so far so good. All right, it's not changing. I think we're good.
All right.
I think what happened is when you were changing the camera, it was focusing on your hand, and every time you moved your hand, it stayed focused on your hand, and it kept you blurry. But you're good now. Problem solved. Looking like Dak Prescott. You're all good now. But yeah, no, Alfred Payton had that good game yesterday. But with that being said, before we move over to the Western Conference, was it also somebody else I wanted to mention the East? As you guys can see from the title, we are going to be talking about all these damn blowouts, but we'll get to that in a second because I really want to hear what you have to say about that. Huh?
They're 5-1.
The 70, that's what it was. The Phil Edgar, I see you in the chat. I know you want to hear it, and that is exactly what I was going to talk about. Was your boy Doc Rivers and the Philadelphia 76ers, and also with NBA champions Dwight Howard and Danny Green over there carrying that championship pedigree over there with them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now,
you're welcome.
Also, yeah, and you're welcome again from Knicks fans because also thanks to us, because we beat the Pacers, you're up at the first seed. I mean, I'm going to want you to realize that too.
True.
But yeah, the 76ers are sitting up there pretty. I mean, again, it's very early, but we're going to play the game because, it's just fun to see everyone overreact because it's that time of the season. You got to do it. But again, like we were mentioning with the Knicks who, three, I would say all three of the wins were vital, but 2 of their 3 wins were against playoff teams. The 76ers all year winning games are supposed to win. Mind you, they did play teams like the Hornets and hobbled
Washington
Wizards at the time. Yeah. But they also played teams like the Pacers, Celtics, Raptors, playoff teams already. They got the Nets coming up. I know they're playing the Hornets again tomorrow. I think they got Washington again in a few days, and they're playing the Brooklyn Nets, the Nuggets, and they start playing some heavier teams. But Brandon, amidst all that, we're seeing Ben Simmons hitting the 3. Dwight Howard hitting the 3. The confidence of this team is at a sky high right now. Now, we talk about pretenders and contenders. Now, we know the 76ers are always in the running, but we also know that the 76ers, we don't know which Sixers we're going to get each and every year. Do you think that this is going to be that 2019 76er squad that we're seeing now with the new regime, or is this just them taking advantage of a pretty weak schedule to start with?
First off, I love how you said they're shooting with confidence because Ben Simmons shot 1-3.
You see, I'm playing in on all of the memes. The fact that the Knicks are a playoff team, the Sixers are number 1, and I'm playing on everything. Ben Simmons shooting threes and making them. You heard I said threes, even though he only shot 1. I'm playing into everything. And then we're gonna see you in the chat. We'll see you in the chat after Brandon answers this question.
But I haven't been able to watch the Sixers to see enough and be like, yeah. They're legit.
Is that out of pettiness?
At the record, huh?
Is that out of pettiness, or you just haven't been able to watch?
No, I genuinely I haven't watched a Sixers game.
Just making sure.
A lot of times I try not to watch them because Ben Simmons infuriates me.
Me too, man. Me too.
As a basketball,
because I like him and he pisses me off. Yeah. Me too.
So it's tough enough already to watch him, and not to mention Doc Rivers went over there. So
that's your boy.
There's gonna be no. There's gonna be like 20 different excuses if they lose in the playoffs.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
We gotta play it together.
Yeah, it starts with me. It starts with me. It's not them. Don't blame them. It's my fault.
Come on, dude. How you say this for every single team you've coached for? Every single team.
Oh,
So
God.
it's hard for me to watch them from that standpoint, but I will actually give them a shot. I'll give them a shot one of these days. But kudos to them. Hopefully they can continue. How many years have I always said that Joel Embiid is going to be a defensive player of the year? And this is the one year where I'm like, nah, I'm not going for him. And all of a sudden he's, playing out of his mind on defense. Him and Ben Simmons, actually. I
got nothing to say
hope
for
they
Ben
continue.
Simmons' defense. That man locked up RJ Barrett, so I saw it firsthand. Ben Simmons' defense is there. I know it's inconsistent, but as a Knicks fan, I can't talk because I watched it. But continue.
No, like that's all. I have to actually sit and watch them. Kudos to them for actually playing, but 20 games. Give me 20 games, 25 games, and then we can decipher.
Keeping it real.
Yeah.
No. For sure. But right now, first place Sixers. Are you calling them contenders or pretenders? Very early prediction. Right now.
I'm gonna keep it as it is. The Sixers are always gonna be pretenders till they're proven otherwise. Come on now. How many times do we got to go through this? How many times every year where we got to go through this?
We do this every time. Yeah, 2019 was the year.
Every year.
And then they got hurt.
Year.
They hurt. Then they were very upset after that. That's
Simmons shot a 3 in the regular season. 1. Ooh, such improvement. That's a lot of improvement right there. But I need to see more. Okay.
All right. I'm not fighting you on it. I'm just saying, like, the same Sixers look good. But, yeah, like you said, it's very hard for me to sit back and be like, yo, those Sixers going to be nice because the Sixers have hurt me one too many times. Sixers, matter of fact, they completely embarrassed me right before I left the fumble. I had so much faith in them. I was like, yo, the Sixers about to take over the bubble. Ben Simmons about to do this. And the Sixers said, oh, yeah? Hold my beer. And then they just looked like the other Sixers that we were just talking about. But for right now, they're playing good. Yeah, just annoying. But, I got to go to the Sixers fan in the chat for those audio listeners. There's the one and only Edgar Allan Fro letting his voice be heard in the chat talking about he said, say it again. Say it for those in the back. But then he also brought it back a little bit talking about to take off the homer glasses. Defensively, the Sixers will be great. No worries on that. True. Offensively, if we're hitting shots, we're unbeatable. But if we're not, it's a struggle. So you're leaving it up to chance pretty much. Yes, I think that's pretty much it. Turnovers will be the death of us. Yeah, sound like the Knicks. Nothing new there. But
I heard Danny Green is still not making jump shots.
Bro, I heard too, man. I heard him and Tobias over there building the house together, bro. That's what I heard.
I heard from a little bird that Danny Green is not far from playoff form. Let's just say that.
Yo, the disrespect, man. My God.
You know what? This man got us a championship. Cool. Thanks. But he's no longer our Laker no more. So it's hey.
I cannot believe it.
Look,
I cannot believe it.
I don't make the rules here, okay? I don't make the rules. I'm just living. All right? We win a title. Thank you for your services. He ain't no Sasha Vojic. He will never be. This man missed a wide open 3. He has one job. Actually, 2 jobs. He's got 2 jobs. To defend, somewhat, because he's getting old.
Yeah, and that's the thing. His defense, I can't even use that argument anymore because his defense ain't even like how it was. But yeah, I'm trying to see what the 76ers made the biggest upgrade this offseason by getting Doc. Facts. I think so. I mean, coaching is important, man. People don't understand, bro. Coaching is important. We've said it so many times on this show that Brett Brown was the majority of the issue with this damn team because he had some way too good teams to just do nothing. It's always my fault, except for Paul George. F that guy. But yeah. So I agree. I think the Doc Rivers effect is just as real as the Tom Thibodeau effect, but of course Doc Rivers got a better team. But breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, we got some breaking news. Breaking news that we need to break right now. And look, if it's already known, no 50-50. More important than 50-50 board. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for me, and this is, Brandon's not buying it. He thinks that things will turn around. I'm not. I think that this is how we're going to be seeing it this year. But ladies and gentlemen, the Dallas Mavericks have dropped another game. I know Luka didn't play, but it doesn't matter. The Dallas Mavericks dropped another game, ladies and gentlemen, that leaving them to a 2-4 record for the season right now, losing to the Chicago Bulls. 108-118. That team should be talented enough to go out there and beat the Chicago Bulls, who right now are surging a little bit, who started off getting blown out by everybody under the sun. But no, today, Mavericks couldn't do it. Jalen Brunson led the way with 31 points. That's the person. I don't know if you want that. I love Jalen Brunson. No hate. That instantly sounded like me hating. I love Jalen Brunson. This dude is a stud. That's not hate. But at the same time, I don't know if that's the guy you want leading the way. Okay, Josh Richardson, 16. Tim Hardaway Jr., 13. Sounds about right. Max T. Kleber with 16. Yeah, doesn't sound like the guys that you want to show up were showing up. Trey Burke out there dropping his 7 points in 17 minutes. The Mavericks in perfect form right now. Mavericks out here in tanking form, and I'm here for all of it. Thank you to the Dallas Mavericks and everything that's going on over there. KP, look, man, Cabo on 3, 1, 2, 3, Cabo. Just chill out for the rest of the season, bro. Just come back healthy next year, man. Just call it a season, bro.
Christopher. Man. Don't. You hang on tight to your.
I will, man. I will, bro. I will. Matter of fact, before we move off of this meme, I'm going all in, bro. I just want to make sure. Who's it?
Hashtag Mavs fade for Cade.
Hey, man, who said it? Eric L. Booker. That's right. Fade for Cade, baby. But this is the best scenario, Brandon. I don't think you understand this. The Knicks we can over here and overachieve and play well and end the season at 500, a little bit under 500, as long as the Mavericks continue to just go over there and suck. Because their schedule ain't getting any better, Brandon. They're the Mavericks in the Western Conference. I'm loving it. And they're dropping games to the Bulls, Brandon. Come on, Brandon.
I will be there in a second.
Sorry.
Do you really believe that they're going to be losing like this forever?
I think that they're not going to be good. I said that last episode.
Like at all? Like not like playoffs good? Or
they're not healthy right now. They're not healthy. Starting off, I said this.
That's not what I asked.
What'd you ask?
Are they like not playoff good enough, or are they just not playing well right now good enough?
I think they can be playoff good because Luka Doncic. But other than that, I don't like that team either. I don't like the build of that team. They're the Knicks West. That's not a good start. That's not what you want.
West. Oh my.
You can say it. I can say it too. I can name 4 players on that team that were New York Knicks players, just the same way you can do with the Pelicans. I can do the same thing. I can play that game. We can do this. We can play this game. I'm just saying, man.
Fair. But they also have somebody that's going to be a future of this league.
Luka Doncic, 100%.
Definitive.
100%. But you know what, Brandon? He could take 2021 off because you know it's time. The fade for Cade is in full effect, ladies and gentlemen. And on that note, we're going to jump right here. Look at the mock draft. Now, mind you, the Detroit Pistons really been trying real hard to steal another point guard from the New York Knicks. Let me tell you that because right now they're looking at the first spot. They got the Raptors. Yes, the Toronto Raptors, the champion 2 years ago Raptors. Number 2, the Wizards, Brandon's team, sitting pretty at 3, right where they belong. The Warriors at 4. The Spurs at 5. What? They beat them twice, so. Yeah, you messing everything up, Brandon. I think you could have dropped one of them first. It's all good. We got LaMelo Ball looking for a new teammate. The Hornets at number 6. Moses Moody being projected at number 7 for the Memphis Grizzlies, who are probably going to be there because they're off to a bad start with a lot of injuries. And when Ja comes back, it's going to be a rough time. They're going to have a rough season. It's fine. But look who's at 8. The New York Knicks, and not by way of the Knicks. No. If you're talking about we at 16 thanks to the actual Knicks right now. We out of the lottery thanks to the actual Knicks right now because we're actually doing things right now. But look, the Dallas Mavericks, no, not them. I need them to be bad, Brandon. I need them to be bad. This is important.
Look, I think you're asking for a lot. You're doing well right now. Hang on tight to that. The basketball gods see you right now.
For now, until the lottery happens, and then they ain't gonna see us anymore.
Look, okay. All right. I'm just saying. Just hang on tight. Handle what you can handle right now.
Yeah.
Don't
Control
worry about
you
no.
can control.
Don't worry
telling
about
me?
no Dallas Mavericks. Don't worry about what they doing over there. Are they the New York Knicks? No, they have some of your players, former players, but they are not the New York Knicks right now.
New York Knicks
Y'all,
West, baby.
if you can maintain a 500 record, man, it's more. I feel like if I'm the NBA, I'd be like, you know what, I'm a little bit more inclined to try and help this team get over the hump. You know, they're not playing that terrible basketball no more. And all of a sudden, you got another Patrick Ewing situation.
I just want one more, bro. This is the year.
Everybody knows about that.
This is the year. That's what I'm saying. Ice him, bro. Just get like last year was the. I mean, this year is the year I'd want to have him because it's a better draft, obviously. But last year was the year to do it because it was no one was there. Everything was over. Everything was digital. You could have got away with it. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. Ice those envelopes, man. Help us out. This is the year I want it to happen. Just give me Cade. And if we're able to get Cade by luck of the lottery, I don't care what happens. We can get the 30th pick for the rest of my career. I don't care if we're able to get Cade. Like I'm cool. But again, I'm not thinking about the draft because whenever you think about the draft, you cry, and I say you, I mean me. But yeah, okay.
I don't cry.
I know you don't cry because you don't give a damn. You never have to give a damn. You're a Lakers fan. Anyways, before we move on.
Former number 4 pick. I see you working out there, Hunter. I see you. Former Laker.
God, I hate you, man.
I see you.
Somebody was drafted to the Lakers this year too. I can't remember who it was, but obviously you never had the pick. Who was it? I forget.
He's on the Thunder now. Yeah, he's on the Thunder.
I forget.
I can tell you. That's all I can tell you.
I forget.
Former Laker. I see you. I see you. Shout out.
Oh man! All right, before we move on, Matthew Coloma saying Knicks are gonna have one lottery pick and it ain't gonna be the Knicks pick. Talk to him, Matthew. That's right. Look, I'd be cool if we get 2 lottery picks. Let's be real. Anyways, Adam Silver isn't doing Dolan no favors. Why not?
Look,
come on, Chris.
If you guys handle what you guys can handle, I think look. Just hear me out right quick, New York Knicks fan base. Y'all have been doing it the wrong way all these years. Try something new. let's try something different. Let's win some games.
I'm saying,
and then hope that you can get a good draft pick out of it.
Let's hope, man.
Haven't all the odd makers all the people with high odds haven't they been like screwed over?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Why can't New York be like that? Why can't we have some of the lowest odds then end up with the top 5, top 3 pick?
That's why I've been begging for in my videos. I said it. Overachieve for the season and still end in the lottery and then let fate have it. I mean, this year was that year where it was like, okay, we're at 8. Okay, we overachieved. All right, this is not a roster that's the 8th pick. Okay, we should be in the top 3, but we overachieved. Look at us at 8. Help us. And they said, no, you can stay at 8. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you. We said, oh, okay, cool. Thanks. Just making sure. Because that's exactly where the Pelicans were the year they got Zion. They're at 7, 8, or 9, one of those 3. And the God said, you know what? With everything going on, and I know you're going to lose Anthony Davis, you can
guys
have
need
Zion.
more controversy.
I'm saying, bro. I'm waiting for James Dolan to say the N-word, bro. We need something, man. We need something.
You just need something like. It doesn't even have to be that. Like, unfortunately, it could be something else. It could be like, sort of what happened in Dallas with women. I hope that's not.
Oh God, yeah. I hope that but here's the thing, like. I don't know. I hate that we're going into this, but we've had people come out and say their bit about James Dolan being this or that and the third. So if he goes out, slips and pulls the Sterling, people are gonna be like, well, kind of saw that coming. But if something like what happens with Dallas happens, that's something that affects the entire organization. That's not just a James Dolan thing. That's the entire, because then this person let it happen. This person saw this happen. This person didn't do anything. No one said this. None of that. So I don't want my team to be affected. Right? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And we let Dallas slide because of Luka, so we don't hear that much about it. But man, if you Google the Dallas Mavericks, there's a lot of people have a lot of good things to say about the Mavericks to this day because of that situation. So, Like, I'd rather a Donald Sterling situation than the Mavericks, because the Mavericks have been in some doo doo. Like that. Yeah, Brandon, talk to him. Light Captain is in the chat. The Light Captain himself, Brandon Garzon, saying, what? He said, you're El Light Capitan. Oh, got you. You're saying that you're in the building. For sure. What's up? He said, like the MF video right now. You heard it right here. 104 y'all watching the show. Only 40 likes. You know what to do. Listen to Captain Brandon.
Just do what he says.
Please. Yeah, don't
Man.
don't let him get crazy, man. I'm telling you, Brandon goes to get crazy. Don't let him get crazy, man. Don't let him get crazy. Just for the first time, coast to coast. What did I miss? Shout out Raymond. What's good, man? We just talked about the Eastern Conference, talked about the Nets, and we talked about the Knicks, and we talked about the Philadelphia 76ers. Now we're moving on to blowouts, and we're gonna talk about Brandon's favorite team, because they administered probably the biggest blowout.
Yes.
Ever seen
sure did.
to the history of man. By how many points is it, Brandon? 50 points.
50.
Yeah, it was a lot. We had a lot, but the point of the matter is we've had a lot of very bad losses this year so far, and a lot of them were being nationally televised. So much to the point where TNT did it.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man. It was not. Luckily, the Saints were on, so I was watching the Saints more than basketball. But yeah, we it was so much so to the point where the TNT did something that I haven't seen TNT do ever in my time watching TNT. Maybe I didn't watch TNT enough, and maybe you guys saw it too before at some point. But TNT did a thing this year where the game that was on was the Bucks Heat game, where the Bucks were smacking the Heat right after the game blown up by the Knicks. I had to mention that. But they were smacking the Heat, and it was so bad that it was in like about 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter that they were going back to the studio, and they were just watching other games from that night, and they were letting Chuck Kenny, oh my gosh, Shaq, and oh my gosh, the GOAT himself, Ernie, talk over these games. They were talking over all these games. I've never seen it before. I liked it better because I didn't have to sit there and listen to Chris Webber tell me stories about stuff that I don't care about. But at the same time, we're seeing, yeah, right, for real, that's what I'm saying. But it was something, it just showed how bad it was, because we're seeing that happen where it's like, all right, we got to turn off this broadcast so people don't change the channel so they can watch other games. It's that bad. And even in that time where they were going from other games and checking each other games, there was other games that were blowouts, and Chuck's there trashing the teams that are getting blown out, and as they're going to another game to avoid from watching the blowout that they're initially televising. So all that to be said, there's a lot of blowouts going on in the NBA early. So my question to you, Brandon, is what do you think is at fault to that? Do you think it has a lot to do with the fact that it's just a new age of basketball because there's only so many fans in the stands? Do you think it has to do with the short turnover? Do you think it has to do with the long turnover for some of these teams, even though the teams that are getting blown out aren't really the teams that are, other than the Bulls? It's the Clippers. We're seeing Clippers, Heat, Raptors. Like, we're seeing those kind of teams getting blown out as bad. What do you think is at fault for some of these big blowouts that we're seeing from a lot of these teams early on in the season?
I think it's a combination of a few different things. I think correct me if I'm wrong, chat, you too. I think we were in the bubble. We saw scoring numbers going up or trending towards going up.
Yeah.
And then we also noticed it too in this season of the NBA that a lot of scoring numbers are starting to go up. I don't know if that's necessarily because players are like, oh wait, there's no fans. I don't necessarily have to, worry about that element. Not that most players do, but it is something that is there. It's inevitable.
Yep.
Also with the way that the NBA is. The NBA is about pace and space.
Yep.
And the better teams are able to manage and perform that at a very high efficiency level compared to some of your worst teams. So that's an added contribution. And I think a lot of those teams that were also in the bubble, they're still trying to gather their bearings right now. My team has not still played their best basketball. You notice that Dallas is not playing their best basketball right now.
Keep it up. Keep it up, Dallas. Keep it up.
Clippers aren't playing their best basketball right now.
They look bad.
The Bucks is another team. They had one really, really good game against Miami, but then the very next game, they look sloppy. They look dead. Miami hasn't looked their best either. All those teams, like I said, in the bubble have not looked their best right now. And that's why you're seeing a lot more of those mid-tier to lower-tier teams in the East specifically are playing better. So I like I said, I think it's a combination of a lot of those things that are, making this NBA season looking kind of ugly. Not to mention when you have a short turnaround, very short, if at all, preseason, barely any training camp. Your defense takes time. I think the Lakers got extremely fortunate last year to have as good chemistry as they did, to be able to be a top 3 defensive team, because that does not happen. It shows this year. It does not happen often. So all, and
it showed right across the locker room, because the Clippers, I say it showed right across the locker room because the Clippers went through the exact same thing where they had a complete turnover with the players that they brought in, but their chemistry was not where the Lakers were at, and they suffered. So I'm saying, like, it was the exact same situation. It's just one team did better with it.
And so it's a lot of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things at the same time due to COVID. So, yeah, it's
so basically it's a combination of everything
for a little bit. So
basically a combination of everything. So like all of the above. Pretty much.
Yeah. It's going to be ugly for a little bit. I anticipate there's going to be some more 30-point blowouts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Hopefully not on national TV or on a holiday where everybody's not working.
Yeah.
Please. And giving out excuses, man. We celebrated Christmas.
He's
too hard last
Paul
night.
George said that. I meant to get that soundbite clip so I can use that soundbite. I've yet to do it.
No, don't.
It's my fault. I was, I put this on me.
You sound like Doc right there.
He did his Doc impression. Where do you think he got it from? He went from blaming Doc to from stealing Doc's swag.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Man, I'm watching these highlights from that Clipper game, and they were on 24 for a long time, and the Mavericks just kept scoring. That's crazy. Sorry, I just looked down. I'm like, wow, they still have 24, and they I don't know. I thought that was crazy. But yeah, no, I agree. I think it's a combination of everything, and like you said, there's just so many circumstances that play into what's going on right now, and unfortunately, I do agree. I think that this is just the beginning of it. I do hope it calms down when we do get to that 20-game mark, because that's normally, typically, and again, this is not a typical season, so if it doesn't happen, I'm not surprised. But typically around that time is when teams buckle up, especially now in a shorter season. I understand it's only 10 games, but that's a lot of games. 10 games is a lot of games, especially when it gets closer to the end of the season. So hopefully you would expect to see these teams like the Bucks you mentioned, the Clippers, these teams that are getting these blowouts, the Heat. You hope to see them buckle up and win games they're supposed to win. Like the Mavericks tonight losing against the Bulls. Like
Celtics.
Celtics. Yeah, they've been very inconsistent for sure. But yeah, I agree. It's been crazy. Curious to see what the chat has to say about the blowouts. Ruel, I hope I said your name. Ruel Wilson. God, if I said your name wrong, I'm sorry. He said, so what you're saying is the Lakers and Clippers only play for the females in the crowd. What do you say to that, Brandon? The laugh does not help. Oh my gosh, Kyle Kuzma. Yo, Per Henriksen, my guy. Appreciate you. Welcome to the CK crew. My sounds aren't working right now, man. But I appreciate you joining the crew, man. Glad to have you.
Treating you dirty.
Yeah, man. It's the Stream Deck. Stream Deck over here messing me up. But appreciate you for coming through the CK crew, man. Take a seat. You're amongst some elite company. I appreciate you coming aboard and enjoy the perks that are to come. Welcome. Almost coughed. But yeah, Chris Marshall said, please look at Miami scheduling. We can do that in a second. Can we talk about the unfair Miami Heat schedule? We could talk about that, but I'm a Knicks fan, and we have a pretty rough schedule too, so forgive me for not feeling bad for the Miami Heat, who are a playoff team that were just in the NBA Finals, so forgive me if I don't feel too bad for them. And someone talking about DSJ. We're not talking about DSJ right now. I don't even know who was talking about DSJ because I don't even know if DSJ knows if talks about DSJ. But back to that. But yeah, so I agree. I think that's probably a lot of the main factors that are coming down to these blowouts. But unfortunately, that's not the end of it. But another side of it that I do want to talk about is Sterling Gonzalez. Hold on. Is this real? We got. I think. Did we get our first 50? Apparently, according to Sterling, Steph got 62 right now.
Damn.
Steph Curry. First of all, he didn't like what y'all had to say about him. He was not feeling how y'all were talking about him on social media, so he's letting y'all hear it today. But
rightfully so,
as he should be. But yeah, allegedly he has 62 right now. Hold on. I gotta check NBA. Hold on. I gotta see this because we gotta know. This is important because our 50. I was literally just about to talk about it because this is important for our 50-50 board. Yeah, they're won. They're about to beat the Blazers. That's over. That Blazers is another team too that should be playing so much better than they are.
62.
He got 62 points, plus 20, 94% from the free throw line, 18 to 19, 58% from the field, 8 for 16 from. This man shot 16 3-pointers. God, Steph Curry.
Who's got the next closest? Like, who's got the next highest number of points?
Well, points. I was looking at the plus and minus. Yo, this man Draymond Green is a plus 25 and only had 1 point. That's crazy. That's how you know, man. But I think he was just riding the Steph Curry wave. Anyways, next amount of points. I'll give you a wild guess. I'll let you guess. What do you think?
Probably 14. Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, 21 points.
Oh man, spot on. Let's go.
Andrew Wiggins. He has 21 points. He had 21 points. But yeah, he was right. Yeah, second guy. 50% from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Stop shooting the 3 ball, Andrew Wiggins. But yeah, he was right behind him, making sure that he was letting people see that he was doing his thing.
Because the last time when I saw it at halftime,
yeah,
I think him, what's his name, Kelly, and Wiseman only had 6 points each.
Well, look,
while Steph had like 30 something.
They gotta understand that Steph Curry, when he's hot, you gotta get the ball to Steph Curry and set your screens and set him nice and tight so he can keep being hot. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's literally the only reason why Kevon Looney still got a job is because of Steph Curry, because he sets the best screens for him for the 3 ball. Other than that, I don't know how he gets minutes. But yeah, no, looking at the rest of them, yeah, it's 62 from Steph, 21 from Andrew Wiggins, 17 from Kelly, James Wiseman with 12. 12 and 11. Shout out to James Wiseman with the double-double. And then he's looking like it right now. I mean, LaMelo Ball is playing really well. It's just he's on a losing team. I mean, they're both on losing teams, so I guess who knows. But yeah, right now it's right to me. It's a LaMelo Ball and James Wiseman race right now. Okay. Because Isaac Okoro cooled down a little bit. Obi has not played since. Yeah, rookies are
up there. When he was having those games against like those playoff teams, I was like, yeah, it might be all but over
for Wiseman.
Yeah, it might be all but over.
Yeah, the only person what's his name? James Borrego really over there giving LaMelo the Luke Walton treatment, man. Only difference is like LaMelo's actually
they do
scoring.
That weird 3-guard lineup.
I don't understand what it is. I don't get it. They gotta trade one of those guards by the deadline. It's not working. It's weird.
Ooh, MJ loves him from some Rozier. So
he loves him some Rozier, and that's the thing. I think their best guard is probably gonna be the ones that can get the shorts end of the stick, and Devontae Graham. You can come to Knicks if you want, Devontae. We'll take you. I love Devontae Graham, but yeah,
another point guard, another one to add to your collection.
Brandon, you can have like the Infinity Stones. Let me tell you something, Brandon. I could have a basket full of apples, but if they all bruised, are they really that good? That was pretty fire, huh? Think about that one for a second. Think about that one for a second, Brandon. Think about that one for a second, Brandon. Think about that one for a second, Brandon. I could have a basket full of apples, but if they all bruised, you don't want to finish it? That's cool. You ain't got to finish it. That was pretty fire.
Don't hype him up.
That was pretty fire, though. That was fire. That was pretty fire. That was pretty fire, bro. That was pretty fire. You know who has been stepping up? I don't give enough credit. Anthony Edwards has been playing pretty well. The Timberwolves were pretty hot in the Western Conference lately, right?
We nipped that in the bud. Sorry.
He said it's over. It's over.
We nipped that in the bud. Cool.
God, they 2-4. How'd they do that so fast, yo?
We stopped that. We nipped that in the bud. We said no more.
Oh my God, they down there with the Mavericks, man. Keep it up, Mavericks. Keep it up. You're doing a great job over there, Dallas. Doing a great job. Look at the Lakers in third place.
Hey man, it's hard out here being on top all the time. It's hard.
You know who is on top?
Not the Knicks right now.
I'm talking about the Western Conference.
It's the stupid clappers, I know.
Hey, you know who's in second? It's hot.
No, actually, I do not.
It's hot. So hot.
Steph?
It's so hot. No, man.
It's Phoenix.
It's Phoenix. It's Phoenix, man. Phoenix in first, man.
Phoenix has played really well too. I'm.
Are you surprised?
CP3?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I'm not that surprised, but like them closing out games is like, yo,
weird, right?
This is a new Phoenix team. What's going on? Right. CP3 effect is real.
Right.
And y'all should have got him. Y'all should have went after him. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, him, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, we're hearing them. Yeah,
in a row to go get him.
Yeah. Everyone's saying update the 50-50 board. All right, let me get the 50-50 board update. But can we talk about BLT? BLT said, man, I'll be tearing up some bruised apples. This man, hey, so then see BLT, you the coach we need, then man. You the coach. That's you the coach we need, bro. Go out there, let him run, man. What are nasty bruised apples to other coaches? BLT sees opportunities.
Opportunity.
Like, yeah. He said, "I'll be tearing up some bruised apples, though." Oh man, who says we didn't go after Chris Paul? That's tracks too. But that's the thing, though. He did say that he wanted to go to a team that's closer to the West because his family was out in LA. So who's to say that we didn't have the opportunity and we just weren't given a shot? Who knows? Either way, yeah, the Monty Williams signing was the first check for them to turn it around.
Called FaceTime CP3.
Well, he wants to be there. He wants to be there.
Oh, he can be there through a screen. Never mind.
Yeah, no. Continue.
You guys didn't want him. You didn't want him. You didn't want him. Whatever. Fine.
Nah, I would have loved CP3, man. I've said it. The only unfortunate part was the money part, but then I was like, also when you started seeing the players signing the contracts you're signing, I'm like, man, what do we need this money for? Let's get a good point guard and call it a night. You know what I mean? All right, hold on. Let me get the board. Talk to chat. Hold on. Let me get the board.
What's up, chat? How y'all doing? Cat is injured.
Oh man.
What are the best? 62. Suns at second. Yeah. We gonna talk about them Clippers though, because man, they forever ever will be on my poop list. That's what I gotta say until we can put out some beeps before I can curse and stuff like that. So they're on my poop list still. They always will be. It's like New York Knicks with the Nets and the Celtics. I hear you guys hate the Celtics just as much as the Lakers do. So they will forever just be a bad team to me. Even if they are good, they're bad. Make it make sense. You guys see what I'm talking about, right?
What did I miss?
I think so. I just bad math on the Clippers because I had an opportunity to do so.
Oh, wow. What a waste of an opportunity. Well, first on the board. This is, damn, we almost, 2 weeks in? This is not looking good for 50-50 board, bro.
I look. I told you in the beginning of the season it's going to be rough.
You did. I really believe that this rec league atmosphere would have helped, man. But ladies and gentlemen, we are one. Yeah, because there's no fans in the stands. And it's just like, yeah, it's rec league.
24-hour
sound
fitness.
pumped. Yeah, man. Yeah. We at one, ladies and gentlemen. We at one. I'm going to put it back later. But
the only time where we get fans is when we're in Texas, Florida,
New Orleans.
And where else?
New Orleans has fans now.
New Orleans does?
Mm-hmm. Cleveland has fans.
These are all places that I do not want to play in. I mean, maybe outside of Miami, it was like, would you want to?
No, it's just the way you came to that conclusion. No, you're right. You're right. These are places I do not want to play. Yeah, it's the facts. It's facts. Oh my gosh, man.
I don't know. Utah's another.
That doesn't surprise me. That does not surprise me. I'm sure Utah's one for sure. Those are all places I do not want to visit. Anyways, how long you think Beal plays before he requesting a trade? I think they'll be okay. I hate that team, but I think he likes the dynamic with Russ. The chemistry you can see is building there. It's just the team is just not
something on the management side has to shake him up.
100%.
For him to leave.
100%.
I think his relationship with the players on the court, that's not necessarily an issue.
Mm-hmm.
He has to make some kind of demand, and management doesn't make it, and then that's when he'll be shaky.
Yeah,
I don't see it. Yeah, outside of that, because why would you sign an extension with a man that just tore messed up his Achilles? Not to mention off of a franchise that has not been a proven winner.
Mm-hmm. Facts. I say. I just don't. I don't think it's happening though. I was all there for that hype. People talking about, oh yeah, Bradley Beal gonna get frustrated and worn out. I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna be the case.
There's nothing that's indicated that.
Yeah. Memphis had some fans today. There you go.
Have y'all been to Memphis?
I want to go to Memphis, man. I heard their barbecue fire, bro. I gotta check out the.
Thomas.
I want to pay some respect to Mr. MLK. Yeah, man, you gotta go. I want to go one time. I heard the food's fire. I'll see the new MLK statue. Like, come on, man. I just want to go one time. Not saying I want to go all the time, and get property and live out there. Memphis kind of nice. Memphis. I ain't gonna do all that. I ain't gonna come back with a John Morant jersey. No, I'm not saying none of that. But man. Last but not least, we talked about the Clippers and the Western Conference. And yeah, looking at the standings, just golly, things have changed. But that's what was to expect. I mean, we just started the season. We were literally in week 1, week 2. Some of these teams are at the top that were 2-0, at the bottom 2-4. So that's not an example right there. But then you go to the Eastern Conference. It's just nice to see the Knicks in the playoffs. That's pretty cool. Ain't won't last, but it's
y'all
pretty
A
cool.
seed?
7th, sir. 7th.
Whoa,
we said you know who's in the 8th seed though, Brandon? You know who's in the 8th seed?
Who?
Mr. MVP.
Washington?
Hello? I said Mr. MVP. I hate him. I hate him. The Bucks. The Bucks are in the 8th seed, and you know who's in the 9th seed?
Who?
That team in New Jersey.
Oh.
They 3-4. They're on a 2-game losing streak. But it doesn't matter. We can't take this serious. Listen to these standings, Brandon Warren. We got the 76ers in 1st, Pacers in 2nd, Orlando Magic in 3rd, Cleveland Cavaliers in 4, Hawks at 5, Celtics at 6, Knicks at 7, Bucks at 8. Yo, I got chills hearing the Knicks of the Celtics at 6, Knicks at 7, Bucks at 8. Oh man, I'm enjoying it right now. I'm enjoying it, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, just like how I asked you last week to clip what Chris was saying, if Nets and Lakers are in the playoffs, I need you to clip this. So then when we get to March, and we look at the standings, like we just need to do a comparison side by side. Real quick,
Nah. Tom Thibodeau, man. Come on, man. If this man can keep us at 500, then this is a successful season. Even if that would mean technically in the East, that could be a playoff season. But
it could.
I just want them to prove me wrong. I said 25 wins. I just want them to prove me wrong. That's all I'm asking. Prove me wrong. Give me 28.
You've been asking for 25 wins.
I'm not asking. I'm not asking. I predicted. That's the Knicks cap coming off. I'm like, look, I love my Knicks. They might have a good season, but we probably gonna get 25 wins. That's what it is. And I wasn't wrong last year. I mean, we were probably on track to have 30 wins last year with the way we were going, but where do we end? 21. 19. What was it? What's the meme? 19. Was it 9 plus 10? There it is. Yeah, 9 plus 10. 21. You're stupid. No, I'm not.
This man's been asking for 25 wins for so long.
Not asking. I don't want to. I want more than 25 wins. That's my prediction. Brandon, you think I'm out here praying for 25 wins for my Knicks team? No. I just think, because I know my team, I just think that's where we're going to be at. But, hey, look, we on track to do better than that, and then we on track to prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, New York. Prove me wrong. Ain't no team in New Jersey, though. I said what I said. Anyways, moving on. Moving on to the last subject before we move on. Now, next week, I just want to say, before we get into this last subject, I just want to say, this is a teaser. Next week, we were supposed to do it a week ago. We were supposed to do it this week. It didn't happen, but I already started the edits, and we're going to have a fun Sunday next week. It's the long-awaited, the yearly show. Brandon's favorite time of year. His favorite time of year.
I gotta have some fun in this too. You gotta do it like Ernie Johnson does. Hey.
So you want me to do like a whole the whole thing? Well, you get music. How much more fun does it get than that? I
get to hear it.
Oh, so, you don't hear it?
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure that out. I can play it through voicemail so you can hear it. We'll figure it out. I got you. We'll figure it out. But yeah, man, it's time. We gotta change the name though, man. I'm scared that Ernie will come for me, man. But we're going to play who we play for next week. Who we play for is next week. We're going to be playing it at the end of the show. We're going to be picking some names. If you guys have any names that you really feel like Brandon will not guess, if you really have some names, DM me over on Instagram, on Twitter, and Discord.
We getting 50 wins easy.
Talk to him, Tarantino!
Oh, snap.
He said we getting 50 wins. Sorry.
Easy. Oh.
Easy, bro. Prove me wrong. Double down on what I said, bro.
50 wins, yeah.
Yes, sir.
How many cases we putting that on?
He's talking about in 2 seasons. That's what he's saying. He's in 2 seasons.
Oh.
No, I'm playing. Oh man, I'm sorry. I love my team. I know I sound like such a hater. I'm just trying to. Somebody's got to level us out because look, you already know. I'm ready to go. Brandon should see it. Brandon can hear. I'm here talking about 3-3 in the playoffs. So Brandon can see like, oh god, Chris is about to be so hurt in 2 weeks.
No, look, Chris, I understand. A little bit. I can understand. I can relate a little bit. All right. When Lonzo Ball and LeBron James and Brandon Ingram, and we were 4th place. I was like, oh, let's go. We don't suck no more.
And then Houston happened.
We were going places. And then the injuries happened.
Yeah.
So I get it. I'm here with you. I'm excited for you, my friend.
Feeling good right now. But I also have to be a level head. I gotta keep a level head because just as fast as people are gonna be riding with me, like, yeah, CK, the Knicks are doing it. They're gonna be coming at me, yo, CK, you were saying the Knicks was gonna do this. CK, yo, you don't understand. They'll turn on me so fast in my chat. It's crazy. Anyways, but yes, we'll be back with who we play for next week. So like I said, if you have some players that you really feel like Brandon is not going to get, hit me up in the DMs on Twitter or Instagram, and I got you. If it's not one that's already on the list, I'll add it to the list. We're feeling good. Brandon did okay last year. I think he got 2 out of 10. The year before that, he got 1. We got 2. We making moves. Brandon's out here. He's stepping it up. I'm
doing better than Chuck. That's all that matters.
You sure are, yeah. Chuck, yeah. Yo, they did good. The Solomon Hill one threw me off. I was like, dang, where is Solomon Hill now? That was good.
Yeah.
That was good. But yeah, we gonna have a list of some fun players. We got another one.
Jaylen Brown, the GOAT.
Bailey, you've been talking about Jaylen Brown. I mean, he is having a good season right now. We can mention it in a second. But first, like I said, DM me if you have a player. Don't tell me in the chat right now. Because he can see it. Don't tell me in the Discord where he can see it. You gotta DM me so he cannot see it. All right, cool. But yeah, we can talk about Jaylen Brown real quick. Actually, that was the last thing I was gonna talk about. Were just some players because we talk about teams that are overachieving right now. I wanted to talk about some players that are overachieving and underachieving a little bit. I was gonna mention Luka, but I'm not gonna mention Luka because I just feel like he is having a slow start. Obviously, he didn't play tonight. His stats have been a little inconsistent, but I mean he's still out there having nice stat sheet, 24 points per game and 43% shooting, 7 boards, damn near 8 boards, 6 assists. Like he's doing fine. So I'm not gonna count him as not playing well. But for players that are playing well, we can start with Bailey's dude, Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown has been showing out. He's been playing really well for the Celtics, who are struggling a little bit. Celtics still trying to find their way a little bit. They're looking like they're missing Kemba, even though a lot of people are not big Kemba fans after his showing in the bubble. But you can tell that they're missing something. But Jaylen Brown is off to a great start. He is playing really well, meeting a lot of people's expectations. You guys know I am also a fan of Jaylen Brown, and it mainly has to do with the fact that one of his mentors is my favorite player of all time. So if T-Mac approves of him, CK approves of him. But right now, Jaylen Brown averaging 28 points per game, Brandon, 4.6 rebounds, 3.1 assists, 1.7 steal per game. But here's the crazier part. This nigga is shooting 60% from the field, 43 from three. Obviously, 60%, Brandon. I mean, technically 59.8, but that's 60%, Brandon Warren, from the field. 13 for 16 in that last game against Detroit. 12 for 20 against the Pistons. 15 for 21 against the Grizzlies. He's playing well. But here's the question.
Quite the understatement.
Right. You're right. 100%. Now, we know the Gordon Hayward move freed up some touches for him. If I'm not mistaken, his teammate Jason Tatum has not been playing the greatest right now. He's playing good. He has not been playing the greatest. He's right behind him, 24 points per game. He's shooting above 40 on the field goal and from the three. So he's playing well. But at the same time, Tatum is having 10 of 22 nights and stuff like that, 11 to 24. So, proof is in that. But anyways, regardless of that, Jaylen Brown coming out and he's having a great start to the season. Do you think that he is a pretender or a contender? Do you think that he is actually... This is what we're going to see for the long term because of the opening of Gordon Hayward and Kemba Walker? What's your thoughts on Jaylen Brown?
I think he's having a lot of that. Oh man, I know some people are going to hate me in the chat for saying this, but he's having those that T-Mac, Vince Carter kind of ordeal right now.
Oh, Toronto?
That? Yeah.
So you think that he's starting to break out and to the point where he's going to have to leave and go to his own team?
No. I think he's showing out that, I'm capable of playing like this. Mm-hmm. Now, do I necessarily have to all the time? No. And this is where the difference between him and T-Mac.
I got you. I hear you. Okay.
In a sense of, I have no Kemba Walker right now, and right now it's just me and Jay right now. Mm-hmm. So... in order for my team to be successful or hang out in the Eastern Conference, I'm gonna have to show out. And right now, when you gave me that stat line, 60%
crazy
as a 2 guard, mind you, that's pretty damn good. I haven't heard of a guard in a long time shooting 60% unless they were just getting dunks.
Yeah, that's a big man stat right there, man. To be shooting that high percentage from the field, that's a big man stat.
For reals.
Yep.
So shout out to him, man. But do I think it's sustainable? Probably not. Again, when more players are coming back, like Kemba, when he comes back, right now they got Jeff Teague playing as their starting point guard.
Yeah.
That man is delegated to the bench, please. He is a backup for sure. But once Kemba comes back, I don't anticipate him having 28 points and 60% from the field and 43% from three. I think the 3-point percentage can stay though.
You think
it might dip to like 41, 40?
Yeah, which is still amazing. That is phenomenal.
Yeah.
In today's NBA, shooting as many threes as these players be shooting to shoot at a 40%, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think 55. So you think that his play will sustain, the numbers and averages might not, but his play will sustain? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So I'll count that as a contender. Next up, we're talking about my guy. You've been very critical, but a guy that I've apologized to, and a lot of New Yorkers have apologized to, and this is Julius Demetrius Rajon Randall. I still don't know his middle name. Someone said it was like Dion or something like that. I don't know. No proof to that. It probably is his middle name, but to me, it's Markefius. Julius Markefius Randall.
Look at New York.
But look at New York. Like I said, we'll get to this in a second. But first, like I said, we're talking about Jaylen Brown. Julius Randall himself is also having I will say phenomenal, because his stat line is pretty ridiculous, and we're going to read it off right now. But in the Knicks 3-3 season so far, Julius Randle has proven to be that guy that people were hoping he would be when we first signed him. looking like the number one option. Is averaging 21.2 points per game, 10.5 rebounds per game, and here's the one that I'm sure Laker fans are looking at like, what? 7.2 assists per game. And here's the fun part. We were talking about percentages. He's one of those players, and again, 6 games in, but his 3-point percentage is higher than his field goal percentage. And I know that may be like, oh, that's kind of odd, but when I tell you what the percentages are, let me start by this. Now, remember, his 3-point percentage is higher than his field goal percentage. And his field goal percentage, Brandon, is 49.5. His 3-point percentage is higher than his field goal. His field goal is 49.5. But his 3-point is not that much higher. It's 50% from he's shooting 50% from the field. And this is a guy who, from his career, I mean, as a Laker, I think his highest percentage from the 3 was 27% from the field. Hell, for the Knicks just last season, he shot 27% from the field. The only season where he really showed that he could shoot a little bit from the 3-point line was that Pelicans year where he shot 34%. But right now in 6 games, he's shooting 50% from the field, and he's shooting them comfortably. So, that being said, I've said my piece about Julius Randle. I've apologized to the man. I think he is playing a lot better right now. I'm hoping it's sustained. I think he can, if he stays playing the game the way he's playing it, and Thibodeau keeps using him the way he's been using him. I think he can. I don't think these are astronomical numbers. The percentages probably might change a little bit, but the averages I think can stay about the same. Brandon, do you think Julius Randle right now, with that stat line just read to you, do you think he is a contender or a pretender?
First off, man, I'm so proud of you. Like, my son has grown up. Thank you, Chris. You finally changed your ways and see and understand that this man can play basketball.
All right, chill out. I didn't say oh my god. just get your damn statement out, man. Just get your point out, man.
As far as Julius Randle, again, I've known he is capable of doing this. I have seen it before, and I've seen it in New Orleans, and it's gonna happen again this year. This man is on a contract year. This man wants to get paid.
Ding, ding. Remember, I started with that. Just want to put that out. I said that, but continue.
He really did. So, I do think he's going to maintain this.
Okay.
As long as he has that something to play for, that chip on his shoulder, you guys are going to love this Julius Randle. As long as if you have last year's Julius Randle, where he's like, man, I got paid. I'm big man on campus. I don't care about that rook over there because, he ain't nothing like me. He hasn't done what I've done in this league. Whatever his hoopla was, ordeal, y'all ain't going to see that this year. So, trade high, like I see some people in the chat, or actually there is no or. Trade
There's
high.
no or. Okay.
There's nothing else. I don't foresee him being your long-term future.
Okay.
And if he is, he literally is there for a trade piece.
So
that's all he is.
Just to play devil, I'm not really playing devil's advocate because this is the conversation the argument I'm having with myself. I completely agree. I do believe that this is exactly what I had been asking for and been saying, that Julius Randle goes out, balls out because it's a contract year, that he ups his trade stock, which he's doing right now. But in that same breath, with everything I just mentioned with his previous seasons, the Lakers, the Pelicans, we've seen it, and Laker fans, we talk about all the time when we were joking about him last year. Julius Randle he just plays like he is the definition of a bull in the China. Like he is the definition of that phrase, bull in the China shop. Hold on,
His
Tarantino.
middle name is Dion.
Tarantino, that's no proof. I don't know until his mama confirms it with me. I'm not gonna sit here and say his middle name is Dion. For me, is what I say before. Prometheus is his middle name. That's his middle name. Yeah, that's until that's confirmed from his mama. I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, like I was saying, so because of how we saw him as a Laker, like he was a solid player. Like you could tell he was a lottery pick, but damn, does he just lose his head sometimes, and you hurt your team a lot of the time. For the first time in his career, he has a coach that is doing things with Julius Randle that I have not seen in his career. Obviously, mind you, 6 games in, not gonna get too high, too low, but the way he's getting these assists, it's not like he is waiting on like how he got his assists last year. He'll either spin moved and make a bad pass and get and luck into an assist, or he'll wait to the very last second. A 2K assist is what I call it. Wait till the last second when you know you can't get a shot, so you pass into somebody else to get a shot. This year, like it's a lot of post assists. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot of the the elbow assists. Like he's going up to the elbow and he's making a move from there. He's doing a lot of stuff that I have never seen Julius Randle do in his career. So with that being said, do you think that Tom Thibodeau may be the answer to Julius Randle more than Julius Randle being the answer for the Knicks? And that should be something that should be considered as long as Tom Thibodeau's coach. Maybe we should consider keeping Julius Randle because maybe this will get the better version of Julius Randle. Or do you think none of that matters? Let his stock rise up and trade that man as soon as you can.
Well, to answer the quick question, I think you guys should, like I said, trade high now because I don't think you're gonna get. If you trade them at deadline, you're gonna get equal value. You don't want equal value. You want more, right?
You want high. That's facts.
Okay. So, secondly, I think you have to really appreciate the coaching staff putting him in opportunities to
Succeed.
Be successful.
Correct.
And I think we touched base a little bit on this last week with Steve Kerr. And the reason why we talked about this offline too. Steve Kerr right now has a problem with Andrew Wiggins and I keep messing his name, Kelly Oubre, and not being able to put him in opportunities to be able to score easy buckets. Right now, they're shooting threes, they're shooting step back, fadeaways, looking like 2K players and whatnot. And you can see how their inefficiencies that have plagued them an entire year is showcasing right now for that team.
Yeah.
But for Tibbs and his coaching staff, I don't know what kind of film that they looked at. They was all like, all right, who's our best player? We're going to look at the film that made you successful, and we're going to put you in those same opportunities. And we're going to take you into film session, and this is what we need you to do for this team. Blah, 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 so on and so forth. There's something that happened in that coaching staff and inside that room where there was a firm understanding of what his role is this year so far. And so hopefully that doesn't change or anything.
Yeah.
Because, again, you guys want to trade high for him. But whatever it is, whatever it happened, you need to have keep that conversation going. So that way you can get what you guys want out of that trade package.
More out of it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So shout out to the coaching staff for putting in positions to be successful.
And that's truly been the biggest thing. Like I said, I'm not going to give any credit to Fizz on it, but at the same time, let's be real. There's none of this point forward conversation would have started if it wasn't for Fizdale. And now it's like Tom Thibodeau and the coaching staff, Kenny Payne, who coached with him at Kentucky and whatnot. They're just fine tuning that idea. Like, okay, yeah, you could probably be a solid passing forward, but we're going to do it this way. And I think that's what we're seeing more of right now. So praise to Julius Randle because it's definitely deserved. I've said it, that last preseason game on Julius Randle has been a different guy, and so far it's sustained. Last night it kind of started reverting a little bit, but I'm still getting counted. He played well, and I have no complaints for Julius Randle yet. My one complaint, I just hate how he does the one-handed contest in the paint. You're too damn strong for that. I've said it many times, but. No, I no complaints. I think Julius Randle. I think that it's something that can sustain. It's really up to him, though. I think that stat line is something he can sustain. Maybe his rebounds drop a number. Maybe I don't think the 3 points can stay at 50%. I think he can stay in the 40s. I think because he's taking good threes, he's not forcing them anymore. So I think his stats would be pretty similar. But yes, like you said, but my thoughts, especially right now, are still trade. Still try and get the best out of the trade.
In chat saying who would he trade? I said the same thing. Don't get me wrong, you guys are not wrong. I don't know exactly who would be a playoff contender or a mid-tier team would be like, yep, that's our guy, let's go get him. I don't know either. But there's always the one or two teams every year where it's just like, huh? What? Why? Okay, make it happen. And those teams will come out. It happens to be more towards the trade deadline, but there's somebody out there that I'm sure a GM is all like, "Ooh, he looks interesting." There's a lot of bad GMs out there, guys. and
that's the thing. And even some of the good GMs, and even some of the good GMs. So for example, I'm looking at Chris Marshall saying nobody would offer more than equal value. They still think the Knicks front office is dumb. Be that as it may, you cannot tell me the Knicks did not win that Marcus Morris trade, because Marcus Morris, A, did not go over to the Clippers being a better player than he was when he played for the Knicks, and B, we still got a first round out of it that was ended up flipping into Emmanuel Quickley, who is probably going to be one of the better rookies in this class on the New York Knicks right now. So that's not entirely true. I understand, though, like I said, Knicks fans, we suffer PTSD, so we're going to think about, like, man, people still not going to respect us, man. They ain't going to look at us like this. They ain't going to think that we can make a good trade package. I don't think that's the case anymore. So I do think Brandon has a case, especially if he does play this way. I think Brandon does have a case to the fact that we could get another trade like that to a team that needs that other scoring option, or maybe that possible point forward that they think that they can continue to do. But it's going to be one of these playoff teams. I don't think, or maybe one of these teams that are hoping to add them to their team, like a Detroit Pistons might be like, hey, we'll take Julius Randle. Yeah, he'd be nice with Killian Hayes. Who knows?
We'll take him.
Yeah, right. You never know. I think anything's possible with that. The question isn't what, it's more when to me. Because a lot of these teams are still trying to figure out what they are and who they are right now as well. But I don't think there's no select team that's going to be like, oh man, the Charlotte Hornets would be great for him right now. Like, I ain't going to do that game. I think it's about a when more than a what team that's going to make the move for him. But yeah, Mook just wanted the bag. Salute to him. I ain't even mad at Mook, man. I'm glad he got paid. Helped us get a draft pick, and he still was a half-season GOAT. Shout out to Mook. All right, last but not least, before we close out this show, my last pretender or contender has to go to somebody who did get the bag this offseason that some people were thinking he got paid a little too much. Some people were hoping he was going to come to the Knicks. But somebody who's actually been doing really well with a crazy and ugly situation, and that is Christian Wood. Christian Wood signed his big contract for the Houston Rockets, and a lot of people were thinking that he was getting overpaid, and he's no more than just like a 17-point player. They thought that last season was an anomaly. Well, he's going out there and proving them wrong. He's having a solid season with 23.8 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, 2 assists. And let me get the field goal percentages. Shooting 55.7% from the field, 35% from the three. He's having a solid season right now for what's been a crazy season for the Houston Rockets. Now, also, I just want to add this too. I don't think people realize that he was undrafted. All right, this is one of those situations where, he nothing to something. Giannis Antetokounmpo has been talking up this guy for years, and then Detroit gave him the chance, and then after some injuries, he finally got some minutes, and then he had the season he had last year with the Pistons, and now look at him turning his whole career around. So shout out to Christian Wood for that. He's having a good season. The Rockets are having a weird season. So the question, I think this was a little bit tougher, but I'm curious, Brandon. You think Christian Wood with that stat line, you think he's a contender or a pretender?
Didn't he start off as a Sixer?
I thought he was a Buck. Let's see. Oh, actually, I have it right here. Yeah, Philly. 17 games. You're right. He was everywhere. He was 17 games with Philly. He was 13 games in Charlotte, and then he had that one season with Milwaukee, and got traded to the Pelicans.
Yeah,
but the thing. The point still stands that Giannis Antetokounmpo was the guy that was calling for him, saying like, check this guy out.
Compared to everybody, yeah, absolutely. I think I've seen like a few videos on this guy prior to him being signed. I think there was like a few. I don't know. They were just you get lost in the interwebs, and then you get into that rabbit hole of YouTube. And I saw a couple videos on Christian Wood specifically. I think one was about his defensive play and how he's been helping Detroit, and then there was another one saying that he is the next breakout center for the league because he is catch and shoot capabilities, pick and roll, and defense, yada yada yada, coming out of nowhere. And that's where I really started being able to not necessarily pay attention, but I'm like, I know of this guy. He's not just the 15th man on a roster anymore.
Yep.
And for him to show out what he did last year in Detroit, kudos for him. Way to conquer on your opportunity. Got paid this offseason. Now you got to put it all together.
Yep.
You got paid. You got your money now. You got what you have been asking for the last 5 or so seasons.
Yep. Show
out. Yep. And he's done that so far.
Yep.
Well. And what is he starting? He should be starting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This ain't D'Antoni Rockets no more. They play their big men.
Well, no, because everybody was saying Boogie Cousins is gonna start.
Oh no. He's starting over Boogie.
Okay. But even look at these highlights, man. That's your center. Is he 6'11", 7 foot?
6'10", yeah.
So I'm happy for this kid. I think he is a legitimate player. It's still yet to see if he's going to be that breakout star player that like that video I saw him in. But he's played well so far. Keep at it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep, I completely agree with you on that, man. I like Christian Wood. He was one of those guys that I was hoping to go for because I think he would give us some depth at the big man, even though I know everyone will call us the New York power forwards. But now if you look at us, we ain't got a damn forward or center anywhere on the team. It's Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel, and then you know what I mean? So he was one of the guys that I was looking for in free agency. But for the price tag, I didn't think that would make sense because he got paid nice for Houston Rockets. And right now he's earning his money, man. He's earning his keep, especially in a very, very weird situation going on because we don't know if their best player is going to be around or not. But it's looking like, and we even heard the meme early on the season because he played well in the preseason where the Rockets' own announcer said, "Who needs James Harden when you got this guy?" Talking about Christian Wood. So you know what I mean. So I think he's playing well. It's something that will it sustain? I hope so. I don't know if he stays at the 23 mark. I think he ends off in the 20s, 21, maybe 20. But when you have guys like James Harden and John Wall, those are probably the better guys that you want for their game because he can spot up. He's showing that he is a good spot up, and now this year he's showing more that he can score off the dribble a little bit. And you got guys that even though they're going to try and cook a little bit with their own handles, they're also not opposed to moving the ball. So I think Christian Wood's in a good spot. And I think that it'll continue. I don't know if I'm going to call him a contender, but I'm putting him right in the middle of contender, more so than pretender. I don't think he's a pretender. Yeah, that's my thing. I need a little bit more. Early I think they only play 4 games. The other two dudes we mentioned play 6. They only play 4.
Yeah, COVID. So, I mean.
Right.
He's not even able to play all the games that Houston's been able to play. So.
Right. Yeah. All right. Like Campton in the chat talking about to everyone, make sure you like this video. Yes, sir. So yeah, all right. So everybody was contender. All right, cool. I thought Julius was gonna get some a little bit of a pretender idea. I thought you were gonna give him a pretender, but no, you gave him a contender.
No.
Cool.
I'm glad you're graduating.
Oh my gosh,
you're learning.
I am just giving him I'm giving him his due. He's playing well. I have no complaints. I'm not gonna hate. He's playing well, and I'm gonna give him his due. That's all I'm saying. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But that's it. That's what we gonna wrap this show there. We started a little bit late, so we ran a little bit over. But I appreciate everybody that came out today. No, you're good. Don't worry about it. It was all good. The hunt for Brandon Warren was hilarious. It's all good. Oh gosh, that's so loud. But anyways, you guys know the deal. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my man Wars World. The link is in the description. There's a little eye you can click. Go check out the man's channel. He's going to upload to YouTube because it's 2021 and because he said "New Year, new me." That's what he tweeted. If you didn't see it, it happened. And if you don't see it, pretend it happened. It's in his draft, right? Exactly. He just didn't post it yet. You guys know, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. CK2K. For my audio listeners, I hope you guys enjoy this. Let us know with a review over on whatever platform you're using it on. And if you want to listen to us on the podcast, check anywhere you listen to podcasts. We're everywhere. All right. B Ward, final words before we get out.
Join the CK crew. I love it. So will you.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, okay, Brandon. Okay. All right. Leave it with some bars. Anyways, I see you, Leo. Papa Leo, see you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Like I said, Delano, Chris Marshall, Brandon Garzon. Why so serious? Hey, I see what you did. Why so serious? Let's see. My boy Powell, I see you. BLT. Shout out to my man BLT. MH, Michael. If I missed your name, I'm sorry. I'm just going off the top of my head. Coop. Everybody that was in here. And left. Melvin, everybody, appreciate everybody as always. See you guys next week. Another week of basketball. We're out of here. In peace.
Who he play for next week?
Who we play for? Hey!